Hello everyone, I am CoolGuy, welcome back, and I'd like to talk about the recent news of Activision and Bungie ending their partnership. And before we dive in, if you are subscribed, I would like to thank you for your continued support. You rock. Remember to hit the like button, and if you're new here, thank you for giving my channel a chance, and consider hitting the subscribe button. I think you'll be happy that you did. So here we go. Activision has given up the publishing rights for Destiny to Bungie, and Bungie is now an independent publisher. And January 10th is now going to forever be Bungie Independence Day. But as a player that's covered this game only, as someone who genuinely loves this game, I feel like I need to talk about this because I want to be very clear with a couple things, a couple of my stances, and I'm going to explain my reasoning. First off, we have Activision, and I believe that they're money hungry, greedy if you will. Look no further than loot boxes, microtransactions, appeasing shareholders. Their business model consists of one thing, making money, which with a business isn't a bad thing, but it hurts gamers, and Activision has a history of abusing their consumers. But you do need to realize that Destiny might not have been possible without them. The resources that Activision helped Bungie, they brought it all to life. We're talking about $500 million here, $500 million, so I'm thankful for that. They also brought in High Moon and Vicarious Visions to help with content, expansions like Warmind. And then let's take me. You guys know how much I like this game. I mean, Activision and Bungie gave me codes for Forsaken. I say that in the bottom of all my videos in the description. That happened so I could play it and cover this game for you guys. And I've never been to a capture event at Bungie, and maybe one day I'll get there, but little things like that give me the confidence that I'm making a difference with my content creation. So for the Destiny franchise, this split gives all the creative freedom to Bungie. Destiny can now be the vision that Bungie has always imagined. And it's a shame because a lot of players don't know Bungie. They have a perception now, and that perception's their reality. And a lot of you guys know Destiny Bungie. You've only experienced Bungie with Activision, and I myself am very excited to see Bungie get back to the Bungie I fell in love with. Maybe Activision thought that Destiny is on the decline, they got out, that's a scenario, but the details don't really matter. Importantly, I believe in Bungie, because don't forget, they are some of the best storytellers. They bring truly unique gameplay, truly unique worlds, so don't forget that. There's a reason Destiny had pre-development hype, and that hype had nothing to do with Activision. Bungie games are special games. They're worlds that players want to be in and be a part of. Guardian Con was made, we've built a very strong, generous community. So this is a good thing for the Destiny franchise. On the surface, the Destiny community looks at this as a huge win, a positive, which again, let's be clear, for the game it is, but there are several variables that we'll never know, like who broke it off. Was it Bungie, was it Activision? And from what I've gathered, it was Activision. And I saw that they had a meeting in the afternoon, Bungie told its employees about the separation, and there were cheers. And looking at the responses from the developers on Twitter, there's a respect for that partnership with Activision, but they're all very happy to be on their own now. Or at least that's what I've gathered. Now we know that Activision was unhappy with the earnings of Forsaken, and let's be real, I'm going to be telling you guys my opinion honestly here as a player and a consumer, as a content creator. What breaks games are two things. And this is beyond the actual performance of the game, because if a game simply isn't that good and the developer isn't working on it to be better, it is what it is. But the two things I'm talking about for successful game franchises that ends up breaking them down are shareholders and data mining. At some point, you're appeasing shareholders, and 9 out of 10 times when you do that, that does not translate to appeasing the player. And with data mining, that destroys all the wonder there is. It spoils what the developers have planned, it destroys the player experience. It's like reading a book and someone telling you the ending. So you know the ending, time goes by, you start a new book, and then it happens again and again. I know what that does to games. I have friends that have to unsubscribe from content creators and Reddit and things that they want to be a part of because either their YouTube feed or the Reddit feed, Twitter feed, there's no warning, pictures start showing up with thumbnails and spoilers, and that's not just Destiny. I mean, a long time ago, the leak broke through data mining about Cade. Cade was dead long to us before we had our hearts broken, and at the time it was kind of shrugged off, but here we are. The wonder and excitement that's supposed to be there is like when the Whisper of the Worm dropped. Think about it. I mean, we had a guy on Reddit, he said that something's kind of weird happening on this planet, and then the community got in. They joined in, they got excited, they figured it out. That's how it's supposed to be, but I digress, moving on. So even though Activision was unhappy, Bungie stood firm. We have Luke Smith, the game director, said at the time that they're not disappointed with Forsaken. We set out to build a game that Destiny players would love. Building Destiny for players who love it is and always will remain our focus going forward. And then later in a tweet after this news broke said that Guardians make their own fate. As all this is happening, we see support from Xbox's Phil Spencer. He says that he's looking forward to a very bright future working with one of his favorite independent studios. And then we have Larry Erb, also known as the Xbox guy, saying that he echoes what Phil said. He looks forward to working with Bungie on future projects. All of this is a big deal. So things are changing, and a lot of the community is just wondering what all this means, what's going to happen. One of the things that a lot of players are asking is if this split could mean cross-play or cross-save. Could it mean that exclusive deals for Sony ending, such as getting content first on the PlayStation? Now, I have no idea, but my educated guess is that it kind of depends. Did Activision make that deal? Did Bungie make that deal? And as far as cross-save or cross-platform, yes, this news does open up that a tad bit more. But remember, the platforms all have to be on board, because Fortnite was held up by Sony for a long time, and then eventually Sony said, all right, let's do it. It's a long process, but as far as cross-saving, meaning your characters can move platform to platform, there are those variables, but in theory, yes, it should open up these possibilities a little bit more because Bungie's now the captain of the ship. Now, if that happens or not, it doesn't change how excited I am for this, what all this could mean, and you need to know that Bungie needs your support just like you've been supporting them. And I personally give them a clean slate because I know what they bring. They bring things only found in a Bungie game, and only they can do it. And now what happens is going to be pure speculation. At this point, the only thing that really matters now is that whatever happens, it's their plan. There won't be content pushed out due to deadlines, there won't be cut content, rework stories, nothing like that. This is a great thing, so I'm happy for this entire situation. I'm happy for Bungie, happy for the community, happy for what's to come. I mean, could Destiny 3 be more of an MMO that carries on like World of Warcraft, or could Destiny 2 just be built upon? And if anything else comes up, we could talk about it in another video, but I would like to thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me and hearing me out. It's a big day for the Destiny community. But now it's your time. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.